So in 2023, I had a big achievement, as I already said on stream. Now I'm doing it for YouTube as well. This is CSO Contender number 31 bracket. And this was my best and most laid back tournament that I ever played in my entire life. I wasn't supposed to play. I was expecting myself to get knocked out in the first round. I just participated literally to have more people with the CSO tag. Um, and as you can see, I ended up traversing the bracket and even taking none other than Berserker Esports' Rumbuzz to 5 games, which was extremely cool in my opinion. 4.3k limited tournament against a 4.3k Protoss player as a 3.6 at the time Zerg. So that was quite the achievement, right? Anyways, let's jump right into the very first game. As I said, whoever wants to join, I'm in the cheesefest on my Discord. Whoever is on the Discord, feel free to join. I think exclamation mark DC still works if you want to join real quick. First round, I played against Origin. So let's remove the events. Yeah. So I played against Origin. I'm gonna switch to a casting layout and game, mouse and keyboard, enable mouse scroll. Okay, there we go. All right, so as per usual, we had myself in the bottom left in the ZVZ and Origin in the top right. Alcyone was the first one, and Origin and I were kind of discussing this, and we were like, you know what, let's do like an all builds go type of thing. He went for an extractor trick, which was quite interesting. So yeah, let's speed it up to the opener because it's not that big of a deal. It's a best of 3, by the way. So yeah, I go for a standard hatch gas pool with 2 queens, 4 lings. Is going for pretty much the same. And try to harass a bit, and I had a couple of lings. Speed finished. I went for a third base as well as Origin did. The one thing I think I did not have, oh yeah, I had a couple of Banelings, like a lot of Banelings. Actually, I've been losing a couple of Banelings here, and I went for double Evo Chamber and the hidden Roach Warren. But obviously Origin is like really deep into scouting stuff, so it was quite difficult for me to play something that he didn't know about. Because obviously we were teammates, so he had all the ideas. Happens to the best. I mean, yeah. I tried here and did a couple of things. And surprisingly enough, I actually managed to like dethrone him here. Like, he was overwhelmed. I managed to like sneak in this Roach Warren. I even had like a single Ravager. I think I could have had more. Would have been better. Obviously, I take down his third base. I have my third base mining halfway over there. So I'm doing a 52 drone attack here in ZVZ. That is quite crazy. If you manage to pull it off with like Roach, Ravager, Ling. And yeah, that was pretty much the first game. 8 minutes in, and I took a game off of my nemesis, my kryptonite, if we can say so. Now the second game on Oceanborn was a bit more interesting, as things got a bit weirder. So obviously we loaded up into it, and I was like, should I do the 15 14 14? No, he does that. He knows that, and he might think that I'm gonna play it, but he also might think that I'm not going to play it because he knows that I played quite a lot. I'm pretty sure I tried something along the lines of a Baneling bust. So let's dive deep into this whole thing. Yeah, obviously 16 hatch from Origin as well as myself. And then yeah, this time around Origin goes for the hatch gas pool as well as I go for the hatch gas pool. Everything is super standard on both sides. Maybe I actually did something different. You can see that I'm constantly building links and links. So that is what I wanted to do. It was like a clean bailing bust. I think the problem was maybe he scouted this. No, he did not scout this, but he scouted that I don't do drones, don't make drones. So we tried to like create something, and then yeah, Queens took a lot of damage, but yeah, they tanked a lot. This is like a bullet sponge. I should have like tried to break the Evo chamber. He walled off quite nicely, I would say. Obviously, he sees that I'm not going for a third base. I don't see that he's not going for third base because my Overlord is out of position. It's actually in a vulnerable spot, by the way. Now he goes for 1-1 with missile, and he's gonna go for the Roach Warren as well as pretty much everything else. So I start making the roaches as well, like speed, everything. My speed is actually really tad bit earlier. You're trying to go for like a 2 base attack. You're trying to hide this, and I think he's gonna dive in with the Overlord or something. I'm not sure. Anyways, I move out with the attack, and he has a lot of supply. What I didn't know is that I was actually up in supply at this point. We were quite close. I didn't feel like I was this close because he had more roaches. I had a couple of ravages, but I think my stuff was still, yeah, it was still grouping up. So if I was patient here, I think it would have been a clean 2-0, maybe. I mean, his upgrades would have kicked in faster, but I think if I waited just a tad bit, I still would have had like a bit of time to attack here. Now, what I do here is I go for some lurkers. I was like, yeah, I think I need to surprise him. If I don't surprise him, then I'm gonna lose the game, because he's knowingly better at Roach Ravager control as well. So yeah, I guess that's something that people know, including myself. Also, he had 49 workers versus my 41, so yeah, my third base was not up, so I did not have the larva, but I went for a double expand. I was like, I'm gonna try to attack and expand behind it. Okay, I burrow my lurkers and I try to bring this back. Okay, now I deny his third base. This was a really cool move, to be honest. Okay, I just defend my lurkers. That's all I want. I'm trying to pressure so he cannot actually come close. Alright. And here he loses a lot. Like, I think I lost like what, single lurker? Yeah, I lost a single lurker, lost the second one. But he lost a lot of supply, and here I think if I was patient again, I would have like done a good job. So he has his 4, but his 4th is cut out from the rest of it. My bases were like literally like, I was up in workers for once. My bases were up as well. But again, burrow roaches, he's doing a fantastic job with these burrow roaches. Like, props to Origin. He manages to like pull off wins out of nowhere with this, I feel like. So I have my lurkers in one position. Maybe I unburrow, but I like, yeah, I unburrow. If I unburrowed and just went to the ramp when he was trying to attack, yeah, this was never gonna work, obviously. Upgrade wise, I think, yeah, 2-2, I only had 1-1. 2-2 just started, or has just started, and I have to GG because I lose a base. I don't have the workers, yada yada yada. So we go out to Hecate for our first series, and you can see that this is a short game, which insinuates only a single thing, is that I went, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do this. Screw it. So score is 1-1. Obviously Origin has the momentum. I was like, you know what, whatever. I'm expected to lose, right? Because Origin's like generally a 3-8, 3-9, 4K type of player. Well, he's a 4K player, around 4K. And I'm like 3-5, 3-6, right? So nobody's expecting me to win. So I did something that I didn't figure it's gonna work, but I was like, you know what? If I can pull this off, then this is gonna be really, really cool. So he scouts that I have no base, but sadly he scouts the base at the third location. And I even see the Overlord. I didn't realize that I saw the Overlord. So I was like, wait, I'm actually doing this. I'm actually doing this. It's actually really, really good. And again, let's just go back, because this was a bit of a controversial move. The queens were out of position. Happens to the best. Tried to go in, did not work out. It is what it is. At this point, it was over. Now, if somebody's asking, is this a troll? There were people who asked if this was a troll. I cannot recall. Somebody actually either sent like some kind of a message like where were the queens in the wall? Something like that. Like people were kind of like sus about it, but there's nothing sus about it. It happens. It's a blunder. It is what it is. Queens were not in the wall. I went in. It was over. He had nothing in the background. He tried to go for roaches. Yeah, that's it. So, I advance and I play Team Void's Chicken Finger. This was probably the most entertaining and shortest ZVZ series that I played. So we load up into Solaris, and he's 4-1 or 4-2, 4-1, 4-2. So even above Origin. I'm like, I don't know. This ain't it. Like, probably this was like I got my lucky series, and that's it. Sorry for that. So I go for a hatch gas pool, and I think I tried to do a bailing bust or something. And you might think, like, Mauzy, you're playing very, very cheesy. Like, it's understandable in ZVZ. First of all. Second of all, I play against, like, much better players. So I'm not familiar with all the timings in ZVZ. And I obviously did not see the bailings. And here I was like, yeah, that's it. That's over. He overwhelmed me. That was a 13-12. And basically I died to it. It is what it is. Happens to the best. Nothing you can do about it. Swallow the loss. Move on. Try your best next game. That's it. That's all you can do, and that's what I actually figure I should do every single time when I play a better player. Alright, so second game. Obviously Chicken Finger is up 1 game. Is going for another 13-12. Okay. Once again, oh no, sorry. This time around, I play 15-14-14. So this was quite the play here, in my opinion. What you should know, it's quite difficult to actually do it versus a what you call it, a 13-12. So he's already having his links across the map. Obviously it's going to be the same build. As I said, I'm not sure. Like there should be a thing where like okay, never mind. Like here I was like, even with a 15 hatch, this should have hit faster. For some reason I bring my thing, I drop a spine, and I'm like, okay, I'm quite in some trouble here. I did not scout the bailings, and I'm like, oh sheesh, this is not great. So I'm trying to go for this, and I'm trying to bait this. You know what? Let's go back to my vision. Actually,
evolution complete.
Is it my no? This is mine. So I'm gonna slow it down all the way until the regular speed. Okay, so I kind of managed to do this. Problem is I lost my queen and I didn't even realize without ejecting, so that was quite painful. My priority here was to get rid of the Balings. So you can see that I'm floating 3 larva. I'm behind the workers, obviously, because I don't make enough workers for this. I even made a spine, so that's not great. I tried to bring the spine to the low ground. It's going for round 2. Okay, I'm going for the first one. I didn't know if the second one will be in time or not. I didn't want to try. So he's trying to do stuff here. He has the speed. Obviously, I sacrificed a couple links there, but I had more links at this point. So at this point, it was quite over, to be honest, because now I was just like 1 attack away. His Baneling was in the middle of the map. I didn't really care about it because, you know, that Baneling, by the time it gets home, even if it gets a connection, like, it's gonna be like all the boxes will be checked by that time. Okay, I had like good Baneling, some Banelings over here. I tried to like micro them, micro my links to do some stuff. Oh, that popped. Yeah, that was super unlucky. If I had like 1 more link placed on it, then it would have been much better situation. Wouldn't have even been this close, because I would have had like 4 more links. 4 extra links are really powerful. Okay, he's trying to micro away. Obviously that was it. GG was called, and I basically moved on to game number 3. Imagine 4.1 4.2k player gets taken to game number 3 versus a 3-6, but it's ZVZ, right? We can still blame it on ZVZ. It is what it is. So score is 1-1. We have a
one way or another.
We have the what you call it? We have this little ace match. And I'm doing the 15-14-14. And I remember seeing his hatchery being at the normal timing. I was super happy about it. And I'm going to pause in just a second to show you the crucial moment where I knew I won. Okay, I scout that. I see the creep spreading. Okay. I'm looking at the spread, and I'm like, okay, that's about right. Okay. Then I see a couple of links moving out, and I saw the drone going to take a third. And it pops up in the production tab as well. Now, seeing it in the production tab, obviously I wasn't 100% sure, but yeah, it is what it is. Now, I was like, okay, speed is done.
Bigger and broodier.
It's basically over. If at this moment he's not walled off, and then yeah, it's over. Okay, he tries to like pull the queens and pull a couple of banelings and whatnot over here. Obviously destroyed that. And this time around, he's not lucky enough to have the banelings. Now, something important to note here. I wasn't in the best position here, but at some point I was like, you know what? I'm not letting you play on your terms. You're gonna play on my terms. Right? So I wasn't like forcing anything whatsoever. I was like, yeah, sure. You know what? This is all good. Like, he was trying to do something here, trying to remake the baneling nest as well. But yeah, it's over. Like, I destroyed the hatchery. At this point, I could throw up behind this and still be fine. But I was like, you know what? This is an all-in. Let's do it like that. So he's gonna try to make some banelings out of desperation.
Now that's the commander I've been waiting.
And that's it. We managed to kill Chicken Finger as well. And we moved on against Team GDA's Milka, who is also a Hungarian player, by the way. He's a Hungarian player. which I was surprised to find out. So now, another best of 3. And this is EVP. Now I have 2 really strong builds against this, in this matchup. Milka is 3-9 if I'm not mistaken. So it was quite obvious that I'm not going to try and play macro. And to be fair, I haven't actually disclosed this, but I think I should have in the beginning. Actually, I said that. Like, I wasn't playing that serious. Like, I was playing super laid back. But something I need to add. This game, this tournament, I was like, okay, especially after I beat Chicken Finger, I was like, you know what? Let's see how far can these builds take. Is Cheese so imbalanced or like so powerful that it can basically win me a tournament out of nowhere? Or at least get me to a good placement? Or is it like just easy to hold and whatnot? So yeah. Okay, let's speed it up. So here I go for a Baneling Nest, and I was so lucky that the probe did not go back there. Like, the probe did not actually do it. If he scouted the Baneling Nest, he would have thrown down a shield battery and all that stuff. So I think I would have been in much bigger of a trouble. So my speed is gonna finish. Obviously, going for Banelings fast enough to like bust him. Okay, I'm here. I'm like, all right, you know what? Force field expanded. That's fine. That was quite an issue. He could not actually place the Immortal in hold position, so that was pretty much over. So he warps in another Stalker, but there's too many links. Even with the battery it would have been quite GG, because, you know, it just makes like overcharges the battery, and that's it. Like, I moved to the main in that case. So game 1 against Milka, pretty clean, pretty solid, pretty fast. I think I sent this one to someone because I renamed it. Second game, I did not go for a Baneling Bus. I was like, I'm gonna do something different. If you watched earlier, you could have seen it as well. So
Brood under attack. Queen's all done. Good choice.
okay, so let's talk a bit about this build. So it starts with gas, like Overlord, obviously 13 Overlord. Then we go up to 17. We take a gas, and the third one that comes later, the 17th, I think, drone takes the spawning pool, and then on 18 we take the hatchery, and then depending on whether the probe comes back or not, we get a pair of lings and Roachwarren or the queen. These two can be interchanged. If the probe comes back and you don't want to risk scouting it, then obviously go for the queen first. Try to deny the scout with those 2 lings, then get the Roachwarren, get another pair of lings, speed, and overload. So right now, and then you just go for 5 roaches. You morph 1 Ravager, and that's pretty much it. Like here, it was quite over. He went for like a cannon defense. Not sure what that was. Thought it was like a speeding going or something. Wasn't the case. There's a GG, well played, and that's pretty much it. And just like this, I'm in the grand finals of CSO Contender number 31. So let's review this this series. I kind of got dismantled by Rumbuzz in like the first 2 games, something along those lines.
Welcome back to
Okay, so
Broadsley. Another game of Starcraft.
play against Rombos, obviously another ZVP and even a higher MMR difference, much larger gap, as Rombos is super solid. We gotta give him that. When he said he's in the game, then he's really dangerous. So I go for a hatch gas pool. I was honestly expecting him, since we had a tad bit of a beef after he left CSO. Basically, I was expecting him to cannon rush me. Apparently, he was still respecting me as a player, and he played super standard and safe and everything. So, yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I went for a Bailing Bust if I'm not mistaken, but his defense was so solid. His defense was extremely solid. Yeah, this first of all, if we go back, I think I did not blow my Bailings into the Adept properly. Okay, yeah. So as you can see, yeah, I barely had enough HP. I think if the last Baneling blew up a bit faster, this would have been like a win for me. I could have gotten in. So yeah. But obviously Rombos is solid enough to like do that. So not a good start. I go for third base. I try to deny his third. I managed to do so. So we kind of reset each other. He's still in a decent spot. I try to like deny the third again. I'm too greedy, and I don't have queens to actually support my drones. It kills my queens. I try to go away with my links, and yeah, it's a disaster of a game. Like, I'm trying to do stuff like right in the center, but no, it's impossible. I have 33 workers. It's close to impossible to actually come back to this game. I could have left like right here. Be fine with it, you know. Nobody would have blamed me.
Swarm is threatened.
Like I was so far behind that it was like cosmic. So yeah, I tried to go in with that Overlord to see what the follow up is going to be. Honestly, I would have died to it.
Your brood is under attack.
That's what I feel like. So blink and plus on is going to be done, and it's gonna blink after me. When I see the blink, I'm like, yeah, whatever. Nah,
Don't worry,
and that's
it's
it.
not about winning or losing.
There it is. So first game goes to Rombos, obviously, and then we go to Equilibrium. This was an interesting game because he said, you know what, you want cheese? I can show you cheese as well. So he's going to go for something cheeky, but the thing is, despite this being probably a Protoss map, if I'm not mistaken, at least I think that's what they call it, right? So, I'm not sure. I'm never sure with these things. So yeah, 1-0 for Rombos. He's in the top right side. I'm in the top left. So I'm going for another hatch gas pool opener. And just a bit. I'm gonna slow this down. Oh yeah. Talking about this little beast right here. This little beast literally jumped on my mouse cable and started pulling it down the table, like the desk. I had to pause. So yeah, happens to the best, I guess. So I scout a little cheeky Stargate up in this corner, and I already rally everything on it. I'm like,
Queen's
give me that
done.
stuff.
Good choice.
There's no way you can actually finish that. So he's trying to go for that Stargate. He's trying to, I think he's gonna try to rebuild another pylon, if I'm not mistaken. Let's speed it up just a bit. So I basically deny this whole thing. It doesn't cancel the thing, and I try to like get the what you call it. Try to get the probe as well. I think it doesn't try to get another pylon down anymore.
Your swarm is now bigger and broodier.
Do we have a... What's happening here? Oh, once again I got reminded by the holiday sale. Never mind. Sorry about that. Anyway, so I scout around to make sure that there's no like secondary proxy or something along those lines. You know, like this was quite costly, so I know I'm ahead. Though my third base I think was quite late.
The enemy is attacking your swarm.
Might have been late. Okay, I tried to like see if he has like some kind of weird double expand or something, because I know Rumbus can play some weird cheesy builds, and if he gets away with it, then those builds are really strong. Okay, so yeah, I think going for like a lower drone count type of build here. I think I went for 50 something. Actually 60, 58, something along those lines. So I didn't go above like 60, and I tried to like overwhelm him before he hits his like blink charge
Evolution complete.
Oh, sorry about that, guys. My bad.
Mind out of that cluster.
So anyways,
Panic time.
so this was kind of like a macro game, right? This turned out to be like a semi-macro game. He also goes for like a recall, and I'm like, okay, give me those things. So it goes for a couple of adepts. I deal with
The
it.
swarm is threatened.
Nothing too fancy. Sorry about that. So yeah, at this point I'm basically equalizing the series, and we're basically on the way to game number 3, which was Hackery. Now you could see that in a macro game I could somewhat fare decently. Can I say decently, please, chat? I would want to say please, like decently. I know it's nothing compared to like his macro skills, probably, because you know it's like 700 MMR difference, so even more now probably. So yeah, obviously he goes for all the scouting and everything. I'm moving my overlord aside in case he tries to do something really cheesy.
Hatchery cooked up a fresh queen for you.
But he goes for the standard stuff. With multiple oracles, I believe. Yep. That's oracle number 2. And he's really good at controlling oracles. So I go for it for the spores. And I think it barely finishes. Yeah, I see the oracle there. Problem was I did not have my spore at the third, so it is what it is. Okay.
Drones under attack. Will you save them?
Okay, trying to remember this game actually. I think I was dismantled by the oracles.
Mutation complete.
Like the problem was I once again tried to go for like a low eco all-in thing.
On purpose?
Now I was like on really bad terms. Like his army was much smaller, but he kited me all the way. So
Queen ready.
Yeah. Oh yeah, now I remember. I got dismantled by like a secondary push. Also tried to go for lurkers, but I went for lurkers too late. And also, going for lurkers on low eco is like
The swarm is threatened.
impossible.
Mineral patch is gone.
Like, I somewhat managed to get up to 60 workers. I'm still super far behind. Go for the infestation pit, for the lurker then. I was like, I need lurkers or I'm gonna die. Famous last words.
You engage the drones are being
I died anyways, so it is what it is. It is what it is. I lose 21 drones due to the run by on the right side. Obviously, that was like they dismantled me. Like props to Rombus for doing this really cool thing.
Find that play button.
I barely found the rewind button as well. That's why it took me so much that even he typed the GG. I wasn't expecting it. But then we go on to hard lead, and I think last map was Alcyone. Anyways, so he's up 2-1. Let's go once again on my vision. So here I'm going for the 5 roach thingy. I managed to sneak out this really cool thing, that hatchery on the natural, so that was really good for me. I was also thinking, by the way, that
Your brood is
if I managed to get that thing away, I could just drop the hatchery in the main, right? Honestly, if I cannot expand it, what am I even doing? Like, I can just drop the hatchery in the main. Anyways, I tried to go for the battery here. I should have targeted the battery in the first place, I think. Oh, I lose my Ravager. That was so bad, honestly. That was so freaking bad. Then there's an Immortal. Obviously, I tried to like get it to hit the decks. Okay, he's going for that Chrono Boost. This was such a scrappy game, but I managed to overwhelm him. The problem is, Rumbus tends to choke a bit when there's a lot of chaos. He manages to overreact sometimes, but still almost managed to defend. And you'll see what happened in the third game. Some people say if I would have taken it a bit more seriously, or just thought about a proper transition or something, then I might have had the chance to win it. But yeah, so the score is 2-2. All right, so once again, he's blocking this, and honestly, here I thought to myself, instead of going and placing the hatchery here or here, if I cannot do it here, then why not place it like at the edge of the ramp? That's something I've been thinking about. Why wouldn't I do this? This is something that would have kept me safer. Would have probably kept me safer. That's what I feel here. So yeah, once again I tried to place that down. Okay, he's trying to be annoying with it. Okay, go for the Roach Warren. I think I managed to deny the probe. I managed to deny it. I think he realized I'm going for the same thing. Okay, he sees that. And now this is important. Now he goes for stalkers, and he goes for an Immortal. So once the Immortal is out, I am really far behind. Okay, I try to like, he's healing the battery. Like here, he's just buying time. I take too much damage, honestly. Okay, I tried to morph another Ravager and just try to like bile down the things. If I had better bile control, I think I could have just be patient over here and just do something. But as you can see, I'm like losing to 2 Immortals. And once the prism is out, it's like over. And here it was over. He had both Immortals intact, and yeah. That was basically over. I tried for another attack. Uh, some people say if I drone behind that, would have been better. But yeah, it's over. Like, tries to like do the fancy immortal micro. But yeah, he has 4 immortals. It's impossible to actually win against this anymore with roaches. So yeah, I think I tried no. Mauzy, why did you go for roaches again? And yeah, sadly for me, it wasn't the underdog story of a lifetime. But I still take this as a W. I've been joking about it, like, you know, I got to the finals. If he doesn't kill me in 3 games, then it's a win for me. Like if I take a single game, you know, he loses to a 3.6 player. I take out the 4.3 player. If I win or lose, it's a win-win for me anyways. But yeah, shout out to Rumbus for putting up such a cool series. Cheers, buddy. And obviously, I'm glad that I actually got talked into participating to this thing. So yeah, that's actually how I managed to get to this point. And despite this being the end screen, I managed to play 3 maps in the first series, 3 maps in the second series, 8 and 30 maps. So I played 30 maps with a score of was it 8-5? Yeah, 8-5. So that's a really decent win rate, honestly, in a tournament for me. And I'm really happy that I managed to do so. But yeah, for those watching on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. This is going to be the penultimate video of 2023. Stay tuned for the next day, aka tomorrow, 30. I think it's gonna be 31st. Yeah, it's the 31st of December, the last day of the year, calendars here, and that's going to be the announcement thing. If you're watching on YouTube, then you're gonna have it a bit later. This is recorded on the Friday, so yeah, I'm trying to like post some content, you know, so the YouTube algorithm doesn't actually hate me anymore. And my Mauzy TV channel was a tad bit lacking in content. Anyways, yeah. So for those watching on Twitch, we'll continue with the 2024 announcement. For those on YouTube, thank you for watching. I was Mauzy, and I'll see you tomorrow for the 2024 announcements. Peace out. Came for the